Yo, what's up guys, check it out. We got a Dodge Dakota 2001 I picked up. The only issue this truck had when I got it was the paint, pretty much. A little older man owned it and he got impatient because his family didn't want to take them to get it painted, and he started painting it himself. And he was pretty much at the age where he couldn't drive no more, so they were kind of not paying attention to him, and one day he just got the brush and started. But anyways, besides that, it was a one owner truck, super clean interior, no rips, no stains, no none of that. Very great running truck. It had a 4.6 liter Magnum engine in it. Just a little work truck pretty much. Now, I used to own a 2000 Dakota RT. It looked exactly like this, except it was like a satin black. And it was a cheap paint job, ended up getting all messed up. But anyways, I've always liked these little trucks, so I decided to get one. The only thing with this truck, like I said, it had a V6 engine and it was super underpowered. Just stomping it on the freeway felt kind of funny. It wouldn't even pick up. So my plans with this truck was to pretty much put some more power into it. Doing a whole Mopar engine type of thing to keep the thing would have sucked because there's not really people around here that do that type of work. But there's 50 mechanics, you know, within a 10-mile radius that could do LS engine work. So I decided to LS swap it. The swap is complete already. It took a couple months, but it's pretty much ready to go. So far, I lowered the truck. What else? And that's pretty much it. Tinted the windows. The next thing I need to do to this truck is do like a wrap, I'm thinking. So come up with a cool design, but also I broke the transmission already. So I got it back a few months ago, and I've been kind of test driving it, taking it, you know, from here to the house a little bit. And when we did the swap, the transmission was just a junkyard transmission just to get it going. And so I've got to drive it already. Open the hood. So this is a 5.3 LS with it's like a stage 1 street cam. It sounds pretty good. Though if I want it louder, I'm just gonna have to do like a cut exhaust to where it straight pipes when I want it, and then it goes back to the muffler if I want to just drive it on the road. So that's my plans for now. As far as the truck, it's completely functioning. Everything works as it should, with the exception of AC. That's a whole nother kit if I want to add it, and then also the gauges. So I need to figure out either getting like a Holly or maybe an Edge tuner screen just to get the gauges to work. But that's not really bugging me right now. The thing I really want to do is just get it running. Being that I've been driving it around and I kind of messed up the transmission already, it will not shift past like second gear. So I'm gonna pull it out right now, and I'm just gonna leave it out there. My friend's gonna come by and he's gonna pick it up, and he's also gonna drop off my 2nd gen Ram. Now this 2nd gen that I have, I did a 3-inch spindle lift and it completely messed up. I'll show you guys why in a little bit. I'm pretty much just gonna turn it on. We're gonna pull it out and park it in the front. Let's see if we could see. Hopefully it turns on. It's been off for a month or so. Boom, boom. So instead the interior's pretty clean, it's just super dusty because it's been sitting out here. So check it out. He has fuel. There we go. So it has a little baby chop to it, nothing crazy. Sounds pretty good. This is with a muffler, so it has like I think a MagnaFlow muffler on it. Now it does run in drive, shift, but it will not go back past like second gear. It does do little burnouts though. This truck is so light, it's actually pretty fun to drive. I'll see if I can find the video. I did a little burnout in this parking lot, but everyone was mad at me because I fucked up the concrete. So we're gonna do that. Boom. So it is running and driving. I said it's actually pretty fun just because it's so small. It swings really fast. It turns the corners really fast. Obviously it needs a little bit of performance stuff. It needs, you know, an intake and all that. And another thing I need to do is get the posse unit for the differential. Now that, you know, it's running and driving, so they could do all that at the same time. It is a truck I'm planning to mess around more with, but anyways, they're gonna come pick it up right now. I'm actually gonna take the green truck as well, because the green truck, it has some shifting issues going on, so they're gonna replace the shifting solenoid on it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so we got that there. I'm gonna go take this green truck. And guys, the funny thing is this guy's gonna drop off my white second gen, which had a little bit of issue. I did a 3-inch spindle lift on it, and what happened was, okay, what happened to that one was I did a 3-inch spindle lift, and one of the wheel bearings actually snapped and completely destroyed the brand new lift spindle. Shit. The issue with that is that the lift spindles are custom made, so the only thing I can do there is we had to drop that truck down to its stock height, take off the lift spindles, and send them back so they could fix them, and then pretty much send them back to me again. Oop. Now the other issue there was I had thrown away the stock spindles, so I had to pretty much go buy used ones again, lower it, take off the spindles, and do all that. So the truck's gonna get returned to me pretty much stock height. There we go. Shit, the heater's on. The splitter's on. So the truck is pretty much gonna be returned back at stock height with the stock wheels and all that. Now, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna leave it and post it for sale, or leave it stock height and keep it like that, because as cool as it did look, it had like a pre-render look to it. The 35s that we had on there were pretty heavy, so the truck was really slow. I did end up doing a posse unit, and I think the gears are different on it, but it still doesn't really help a lot just because the wheels are so bulky. So being that that's just kind of like an extra work truck type of thing, I might just leave it stock height for now, and then eventually lower it and do some cool wheels on it, or I might post it for sale. So as you can see, the 3 trucks I'm messing with right now all need something on them, so it is kind of a hassle to have so many vehicles, but it is fun and I do like them. So this is actually my favorite truck I like to drive. For one, it's comfortable, it's a little newer than the other one, so the ride's smoother. The only issue with this one is it has tinted windows and it's super loud, so whenever I do drive it, I just kind of have to be careful. So my favorite part of driving this truck is actually because it has the best sound system out of all of them. Shout out to Project Torque and my boy SPL Society. Keith, when he was there, he had reached out to order some stuff, and when he reached out, I'm like, hey, you know, I actually need a speaker box as well. So I ended up ordering a speaker box. I took the measurements myself, and what I did was I got the max amount of room that I could fit back here and send him those measurements, and I was able to stuff 3 10s in here, 4,000 sundown amp, and it actually sounds really good. The only thing I kind of want to do to this truck still in the interior is take out the center seat and put in a center console, just because I've always liked the way the center consoles look. And then I could probably add another 10 or something in there, maybe some 6x9s or something more with the voice, or a titty panel or something else. I think it does need a little more voice right now. But overall, I mean, I really like the interior on this truck. Right now, this truck has been sitting for a while. I really don't use it as much, but what I've been wanting to do was to add a supercharger to it. Being that how it looks, a supercharger would fit it really good. Now, like I said, here's the issue, guys. I don't drive this truck a lot, and when I do drive it, I actually enjoy it. So I feel like adding all that performance stuff is just gonna make it a little more annoying to drive, especially here in town. It's not like I have time to go out to like race events and all that. We do go out to a lot of shows, maybe 3 or 4 times a year. So that being said, instead of doing a supercharger, which is crazy expensive, I decided instead I want to do some billet wheels on this truck. I think I wanted 28s in the rear, 26s in the front, and just have a static drop on it, and just kind of have it as a really clean daily not really a daily, you know, because I'm sure once the wheels are on there, I won't want to mess them up. But something I could actually take to the shows that looks nice. So as you can see, it's one of the cons on this truck that is super loud. So I kind of had to just step on it nice and easy. But it is really comfortable to drive. I'm gonna take it right now, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna fix the shift solenoid. So it's a common issues with these trucks. Now that I've been kind of looking more into it, is electronical issues and transmission issues are, I guess, the downside to owning a Mopar or a Ram vehicle. I'm sure every truck has its issues, but that's particularly what this one's going through. So far, I have not done anything mechanical as far as like the engine to it. When I bought it, I already had long tube headers, ported throttle body, a J Green 91 pump gas tune. But yeah, I'm gonna go home right now. We're gonna get that part, and then I'm gonna go drop it off. Oh, alright guys, so I got the part right here. Shout out to mymopartparts.com for the sponsorship. Stop the cab. Boom, hopefully this part fits in and all that, because the one that they had locally was out of stock at the dealership, so we had to order it online. That's the only reason I really don't drive this truck, is because of that issue. So pretty much what will happen is when I turn it on, it'll straight up get stuck. It'll go straight to 4th gear. One day I got home, and usually when I'm in this truck, I'm just listening to music, so I didn't really notice that I was over revving. So I was driving the truck in 4th gear the whole time from beginning to all the way to the house. So when I got home, it smelled kind of burnt. I was looking around, and that's when I noticed that when I turned it on, it's just overpowering pretty much. It's pretty much just overpowering itself just to speed up. Another thing is the shifter. Let's say I go to a drive-through, like get a coffee or something, and I put it in park. What will happen is, it doesn't happen all the time, but it would lock itself into park, and I would have to turn the truck off and turn it back on. So from what I looked up, it was a shift solenoid, and I took it to a mechanic, and he pretty much said, yep, that's the issue. So yeah, and that was a couple months ago. So I finally made time to get the part and get all that going. Now, that's pretty much it for today. Just a quick little vlog. Now, I did want to let you guys know that I've been working on the website, and I did something to where we get tons of messages all the time. Well, that's pretty much my business, is we do merch for a lot of people in the truck scene, car shows, a lot of anything that has to do with automotive, mechanic shops, you know, any type of repair shops. That's kind of the niche we're into, and we're kind of known for our artwork, so we get tons of messages every day. And sometimes just getting back to everyone and getting everyone a price is, you know, hours, days. By the time we get all the information, going back with little questions of what do you want in the design here and there. So for this last couple weeks, we had a Christmas break. We took 5 days off, and one of the things on my to-do list that I finally crossed off is to create a website or link it to our website to where you guys could order your design online. So, you know, a lot of time people aren't ready, they just need information, and that's fine, but it is super time consuming just to go back with all the questions on Instagram. And sometimes, you know, they're ready, sometimes they're not, but at least they got the information, which, you know, that's all that matters. So on the website, it's gonna ask you a series of questions, and pretty much you're gonna have a price at the end of that. You don't have to talk to anyone, you don't have to really ask them anything. Now, if there's anything that's not on that website, which I doubt, because like I said, I spent my winter vacation building it. I've tried every single question that I get asked, whether it's to do edits and all that, it's all in there, it's a pretty cool tool. So I'm gonna link that down below so you guys could check it out. So every possible question I could ask you guys, it's all on there. And at the end of the questionnaire, you're gonna have a price, and if you decide to do it, it's gonna be right there. And just because I barely launched it and I want to share with you guys, I'm gonna do 25% off, a couple days, maybe a week, just so you guys could try it out. Now, if you're watching this video, you're the only one that's gonna know about it. So if you're not watching this video, it's not gonna be available for you unless, you know, you see this somehow. So thank you guys so much for watching. It is today's New Year's Eve, so happy New Year's to you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching. Stay on point, baby. Let's get it.